Si Ma'am Carla po
Mm.
yung one of our hosts for today's case. Pix Pro member din po siya and faculty din po siya dito sa School of Information Technology.
Nice to.
Yay, we're live na po.
Okay.
Okay. Waiting for the Facebook.
Let me just share it to the group, okay?
I'll try to send po here the link. Okay. Is si Mr. Chair po punta VP Primo?
Excuse me?
Si Mr. Chair po?
Actually, I'm not very sure because they're having their oath taking sa new officers ng NCR in Makati. Maybe by this time, he's still in the middle of the road, middle of the traffic.
Yay! Okay, we're live po. Good afternoon po mga ka-Pix Pro. Ayan, it's been Friday for this week. And welcome po sa ating kwentuhang cybersecurity. So with me, I'm with Ma'am Carla. Ayan, Ma'am Carla Guerrero. And also our Aurora Chapter President, Ma'am Crystal Lombres. And also we do have here VP Primo T. Redoble. Okay, magandang hapon po.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon po.
Okay, so our topic for today is very relevant to our country, especially here in the Philippines, and we are very pleased to have our speaker for today. Okay, so I think we should start. And also, yan, magandang hapon mga ka-Fix Pro once again to another episode of Kwentuhang Cybersecurity, ang inyong paboritong Friday afternoon learning habit. I'm Kate, and joining with me today are co-hosts, Ma'am Carla and VP Tel. So we are your hosts for today. Very exciting sessions brought to you by Fix Pro Aurora Province Chapter.
And that is right, Ma'am Kate. So every Friday we are here to make sure you're not just scrolling, you're also learning how to be cyber aware, cyber educated, cyber secured in today's digital world. So today, mga ka-Pix Pro, we are diving into a topic na siguradong eye-opening para sa lahat. So whether you're an IT professional, an online entrepreneur, or just someone who uses social media daily.
Yes po, that's right. So for today's Casey, our topic po is about the art of deception beyond phishing. So alam naman po nating lahat what is phishing. Usually, ito yung mga peking emails or links para makuha yung ating personal information. But the truth is, cyber criminals have leveled up na din po. So today, they're not using the basic, they're using advanced psychological tricks na din po. And that would include deepfakes, sophisticated social engineering, and other facts po to manipulate and use to us and breach our systems.
Ayan. So, sa session po na ito, ayan, pag-usapan natin kung paano sila umatake. Ayan, hindi lang through social media, ayan, nandito rin yung mga umaatake sa atin. So, ginagamit nila ang psychological na ganito, okay? So, pero bago tayo magsimula, ayan, sagutin nyo muna sa comments section natin, yan, sa live stream natin. So, we do have here, yan, if you are here in our live, yan, kindly do share our live here on our PICS, Philippine Institute of Cybersecurity Professionals, everyone. So here, so ito. So have you ever encountered a scam or suspicious message online? Ayan. So ano ba yung ginagawa nyo? And also, share your story para mabasa natin later, mamay. Ayan, later during our discussion, guys. Kindly do comment. Yan, comment down below.
Okay, so habang inaantay po natin ang kanilang mga pananagutan. Bumati muna tayo sa ating mga nanonood sa Facebook Live. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. So far nakakakita kami ng mga bumabati na. So they're saying magandang hapon po, watching from Ascot BSIT. So marami tayong mga estudyante na nanonood sa atin ngayon sa Facebook Live. So we are very happy to see you here or to be with you here. We hope that maraming matutunan talaga yung mga estudyante natin, ano, and not just the students, also some professionals with us are watching.
Ayan. So, nakakatuwa. And also, we also here in our State College of Technology, we promote this kind of cyber awareness. And also, guys, ayan, sa ating mga estudyante from our School of Information Technology, ayan, yan, dito lang kayo and stay tuned with our very napaka-anong nating speaker today. Okay, so without further ado, ayan, Ma'am Tel.
And to guide us po through this very timely discussion, we have with us Mr. Adrian Chamson, Assistant Cybersecurity Professional specializing in threat intelligence and social engineering prevention. With 11 incredible years dedicated to building and safeguarding critical systems across telecom and enterprise, he's seen it all and secured it all. He's a CCNP and CISO specialist, a true expert in network, cybersecurity, cloud, and system, but he's also passionate about empowering others as the brilliant mind behind the NetRoot Academy. He is also a proud member of PixPro, actively contributing to the promotion of digital resilience and professional growth in the ICT community. Mga ka-PixPro, prepare to be inspired by the insights of Sir Adrian Chamson.
Okay. Hello, guys. All right.
Take it away.
Okay. Yo, hello, guys. I hope you're having an awesome Friday. So ako nga pala si Adrian, your presenter today. Okay, I'm also a content creator for NetRoute Academy. So let's get started with our topic. Okay, don't worry, itong discussion natin will be super interactive, kaya makisali kayo. Okay, so our topic will become art of deception beyond phishing, social engineering, and insider threats in the Philippines. Siguro makikurious kayo bakit ganyan yung title natin. And if you look on our slides, makikita nyo may mga social media icons, may mga kamay, tsaka may mga strings na kumokontrol. Okay? This represents how someone can influence and deceive people to take advantage of them para makuha information nyo with or without technology. In short, it's part of art of deception. So without further ado, let's start now. Okay, in this topic, okay, nag-prepare ako dito ng something that you will learn, okay? Something na, I mean, my goal really is for you to have a very good understanding beyond phishing, okay? So it's not only email. So after this class, I mean discussion, you will learn 4 things. First is social engineering goes beyond simple phishing. Okay, sabi ko nga kanina, hindi lang email yan. So pwede rin silang gumawa ng mga iba't ibang tactics para makuha yung mga information sa'yo. For example, ganito. Meron kang nakuwang, okay, you're using Facebook, then meron kang nakuwang alert. Okay, your account will be deactivated within 24 hours. So ipapakita ko mamaya yung actual impersonations na ginagamit nila para makapangloko at saka mapang-scam. And ito pa, papakita ko rin dito yung real-time example ng isang fake loan services or any bank support na talagang mapapaklik ka talaga. So later, we will discuss and break it down how to avoid that one. Okay, second is danger of insider threats. Okay, i-define ko dito yung insider threats. Ano ba ito? Probably first time yung narinig to. So i-define ko ng easy to understand for you guys. Okay, so bakit isa ito sa mga major concern lalo na sa mga organizations sa Pilipinas? Okay, so alam mo bang kahit ikaw mismo, pwede kang maging insider threats. Okay, so later papakita ko paano ako naging cyber threats, aware naman ako. Something like that. So later, papakita ko sa inyo bakit ba ganyan. Pwede kang maging isang insider threats. 3 and 4 are ito yung pinaka-juicy talaga. Dito ka talaga matututo. Okay? First is number 3 is understanding psychology is key to prevention. Tandaan nyo guys, social engineering succeeds sa pamamagitan ng pag-exploit ng psychological behavior ng tao. Kapag ginamitan ka ng urgency, fear, curiosity, or greed, mas mataas kang maging biktima. Why? You cut off your rational thinking, it bypass everything, you just click, that's it. You become a victim. Your account has been stolen, probably your identity has been stolen as well. Okay, last but not the least will be the multi-layer defense for mitigation. Meaning, paano ba natin, I mean, yes, I know, you know some of the things, for example, multi-factor authenticator, or keeping your password long enough. So ito, mamaya i-discuss natin, ano ba pwedeng gawin from a normal user and also an IT user. Okay? So, let's start with the next slide. 56%. Okay? 56% of the Philippine organization experience insider threats. Okay? So, ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Ang ibig sabihin lang nito is, okay, by the way guys, 56%, this survey is coming from Fortinet IDC survey, June 2025, recently lang. So it reveals surprising reality. Na yung mga organizations sa Philippines, ang primary source of incident is who? The human element. Tayo mismo. So, itong mga threat vector na to, walang iba kundi social engineering. So meaning mostly yung mga taong, for example, you're working, suddenly you receive a call. They're trying to fish you by what? V-phishing, like voicemail. I think you know that one. Like they will call you, then suddenly press hash key to access this thing. So most commonly yung mga ganyan. Lalo na expose yung mga information na if publicly ini-expose yung mga information mo sa mga social media, okay, you're joining random groups, be careful on that one. They can be stolen. Okay? As we discuss insider threats, then we need to move to the next slide. Okay, understanding insider threats. Okay, pag narinig niyo yung insider threats, ano bang usually ang pumapasok sa isip niyo? Probably first time to hear that one. Lalo na yung sa mga student natin. Okay? So, pag sinabi niyo insider threats, so with the word threat, ano ba ito? It's a risk or panganib. So, pag sinabi mong insider threat, it is someone inside your organization, an employee, a contractor, a student, a partner, can misuse or accidentally or in purpose to harm the company's system, data, and operation. Okay? So, merong iba-ibang klase ng insider threats yan. Sabi ko nga kanina, di ba? Kahit ikaw mismo, pwede kang maging insider threats. Okay. First, ito yan. Negligent insiders or mga intentional. How it happens is lack of awareness, carelessness, or human error. Common to. For example, you're at work. Suddenly, you receive an email from your IT support. Please change your password as we detected probably unusual activity within your account. So, ikaw naman, sobrang busy, ay, putos ng IT, sige nga, makapag-login. Hindi mo alam, phishing link na, all of a sudden, bam, naging biktima ka na. Once they are in, they can do whatever they want. They can retain the account, just lurk around, wait for months to do something, or they can change anything. They can get all the information what they want. Okay? Next is this. Malicious insiders or intentional. How it happens? Deliberately misusing access for personal gain, revenge, or sabotage. Ito, I'm not sure if you're familiar, pero ipapakita ko sa inyo. Ito talaga is actual news. Human oversight. Enabled fired NCS employee, access company, and delete servers. So dito pa lang makikita, ang ginawa niya dito is this. Sinipa siya ng company. He has an access. So what he did was, he did deploy, bago siya masipa, nag-deploy muna siya ng mga test servers ng script. Then before he was fired, he ran all the script after that one and deleted all the virtual servers and even database of the employees. And this company loses around 918,000 Singapore dollars. That's equivalent around 49 million. Ganun kalaki. So you see, ito yung talaga yung mga klase ng mga threat insiders na talagang nananadya to get revenge. Ito, to get revenge literally yung kanyang motive para makaganti sa company niya. Okay? Next would be compromised accounts. So pag sinabi natin compromised account, babalik tayo dito sa una. How it happens, attacker gains control of legitimate account. Okay, ba't ko sinabing compromised account? You can take it two ways. It's either the hacker or the threat actors will change something inside the system. Or the other one is they will just lurk around and then wait for the right moment to strike. Or either they will just get your information, get all the details. Okay, the problem is that even you have the highest security or the latest security, it will be difficult to determine this one. Why? Unless they're able to see that there are unusual activities happening. Why? Because they're seeing the account to be legitimate. For example, my account has been compromised. Ang nakikita ng system is, ay, si Adrian yan malamang, wala namang gagawin yan ng masama. So parang, okay, nag-access lang siya ng ganito, pero di nila alam, hindi na pala ako yan. So maybe I'm sleeping already, the account is being used, so doon pa lang nakakuha na sila ng mga information sa'yo. So, ito yung mga types of insider threats. Now, paano ba nagiging biktima dito yung mga common, for example, even employees or common people? Okay, dito na tayo pupunta sa next slide. Okay, the art of manipulation, social engineering tactics. Ito talaga yung laman talaga ng ating topic or discussion. Guys, hopefully you're getting the point here and you're enjoying the presentation. Okay, so first is fake customer service. Ay, ito, sobrang dami nito. Impersonating fake support for bank loan services and job offers. Okay, so ano bang klase na example? Ito, common. Kasi last time sa account ko, sa page ko, I asked someone if they have something like a phishing email. Ay, ang dami nag-message sa akin, sobra-sobra. Hindi ko na alam kung saan ako mag-start. Pero ito talaga yung parang real time na pwede kong gawan ng content or awareness for everyone. Okay. Etong email na to, hindi mo makikita yung Robert na yan. It's only showing video online banking reply. I just show it here kasi nireveal ko yung email. But if you're someone that is very busy, you can be a victim of this one. You see, your password has been successfully changed. Please reset your password again. So they have this link, and this link, if you analyze using like probably VirusTotal, it will show a different link. But here's the catch. If you are not a technical person, you're not even like, okay, nagpapaniwala agad. So how do you deal with this kind of issues? Tama? So, okay, magkikwento lang ako. May nag-message sa akin, nawalan siya ng around 50,000 dahil naniwala siya sa ganito. Hindi siya nag-verify, he acts careless. Then he's asking me what to do. I told him na nangyari na yan, lesson learned, you need to be careful next time. So, but for you guys, if you receive something like this, what you can do is this. If you didn't initiate something, for example, ako, suddenly, hindi ko alam, ay, nag-change ba ako ng password? Hindi ko alam Minsan may ganyan tayong moment. So the better way is you contact the bank with the actual support. Don't just anyhow trust this kind of email. You know, email literally either 50-50, pwede totoo, pwedeng peke. Pero most of the time, you really need to be vigilant for this kind of emails. Next would be brand rewards giveaways. Okay, ano ba to? Lures users with prices, requiring personal details or malicious links. Okay. Ito tingin ko halos sa inyo nakakuha ng ganito. Ayan, si Jollibee. Sino mga nag-type ng mga information dyan? Sino nag-proceed hanggang question 4? Marami ba? Ang dami nito, ang dami nagsisend sa akin nito. Peke ba to? Hindi. So, isa lang masasabi ko dito, this is literally a phishing link to get your information. Okay? So, Very tricky to kasi gusto kong i-load to sa sandbox ko, meaning I want to analyze how it's done. I want to break it down. The problem is that I have the link, pero pag pinaste mo yan sa browser mo, mag-error yan. Meaning it will only show 404. Pero pag sa mobile, ang galing, naglo-load yan. The thing is, itong mga ganitong style, halos mga tao nabibiktima. Okay? So, okay, sir, naano ko naman na-click ko naman yung link Tapos kiniin ko lang, nag-yes lang ako. Tapos sabi niya lang sa bandang huli, please share this to other people. You might win, something like that. So anong mangyayari sa akin? Wala naman akong kiniin na password. Isa lang yung pwedeng mangyari dyan. Your name, your identity has been stolen already. So what will happen? Hindi mo alam. All of a sudden, you are applying for another bank ID or credit card from different people with your name na hindi mo naman inaalaw. So alam niyo naman gaano kadaling gumawa ng peking ID sa Pilipinas. So it's either your account has been stolen or being sold to black market. So that's how easy it is to get the information from kala nyo hindi siya para harmless naman yun wala naman nangyari. No, it's like sometimes this link will have a running script at the back. It will get all the information from your browser. You really need to be careful on this. Okay, moving on is government agency impersonation. Yan, common din yan, mga fake LGU pages offering aids or refunds. Okay, one example here is this. Isa social media, ito SMS naman tayo. Sa SMS naman, it's like this. Common to. Philippine Post, sasabihin niya, meron kang delivery, pero ang problema, hindi ka namin makontak. So, pwede bang pakiclick naman to, ayusin natin yung address mo. So, ikaw naman, click ka ng click, then all of a sudden, you become a victim already. So, you see how easy it is for them to get all the information from you without even getting so technical. They just try to play with your emotions and also try to bypass your rational thinking. Okay? Okay, romance scam. Okay, ito yan sa mga dating apps. Usually, ang mga nagiging target dito is yung mga single or yung mga matatanda. The bad thing is, there's a one news in the Philippines that even went through, even reached Singapore, which is sometimes is really like, nakakahiya minsan talaga. You see, si Senator Rapi Tulfo, ito, January lang ito. Singapore actor Lawrence Pang loses 35,000 Singapore dollars to online live scam in the Philippines. You see, being an old when young lady says, I like you, stupid, he said. So, yan yung mga psychological behavior na tinatarget talaga ng mga scammer. Nakikita nyo yung mga nire-raid na mga places, tapos makikita nyo yung mga lab scam yung mga nahuhuli halos. Sila mismo ito. So how it works is this. Kukunin yung loob ng biktima, and then I read how they manipulated the old guy. What they did is this. They said that, okay, probably they run around 1 month and then they managed to get nakuha nila yung loob ng matanda. So they asked the guy, can you please invest on our business in Japan? And the old guy invested. That's it. Ubos ang pera ni Lord. You see how difficult it is for them. He is on the retiring age already, then mabibiktima ka pa ng mga ganitong bagay. Okay? So, the next slides would be why we click, fall, or share. Psychological triggers exploit our nature. So, it's common. Ito yung bakit nagiging biktima yung mga tao. Kahit ako nagdi-discuss ako ngayon, inalam ko to. Ang dali lang pala manloko kung gawin ko to. No, I use this platform to give awareness to all of you guys. Okay? So, ano ba itong mga to? Ayan, psychological triggers. Okay, we have 4 actually. Urgency and fear, curiosity and greed, authority, and trust. Okay, urgency and fear. Ayan. Ito talaga. Last time, what I did is I looked for something, a new way how they able to take accounts inside Facebook or Meta. So commonly, mamaya papakita ko yung actual na actual na link. Okay, actually ito, merong account na gagawa sila ng peke. Your account is at risk. You see how they work? They put recommends, then the name. Then they will have this one. Dear page administrator, we are writing to inform you that your page has found in violation. Okay, you see, they're trying to get your attention with urgency, and they will say that your account will be deactivated. See, within 24 hours. So they're trying to get your attention with urgency. Okay, ay, mahack na, ay, mawawala na yung page ko. So, cut, rational thinking, click, proceed. That's it, done. Naging biktima ka na. Why? Papakita ko sa inyo. Ito actual talaga to. Meron akong nakita na, okay, before I go to that section, it's curious. Second is curiosity and gate. Okay, so get recognized with Blue Judge now live with Creators Post. As a human being, sino bang may ayaw ng libre? Tama? Wala. Lahat halos gusto ng libre. So ito parang sabi niya, oh may offer kami, Blue Badge. So ikaw naman si Facebook na user, gusto ko ng Blue Badge, gusto ko na validation sa sarili ko na Blue Badge ako. Ay nakita mo may link dito. Usually they work on this kind of things. They will just put the link on the bottom. But later on, I will share you something like this. Okay. Now, here's the actual thing. Because of your curiosity and greed, you were moved to another website. Okay. Here it is. You see this page? It's an actual page. When we say ATO, is account takeover in cybersecurity. It's the most, sabihin na natin pinaka malala na. Why? They even have your access. Wala ka ng access. There's no way you can retrieve this. You see, this is an actual page with 40,000 followers. And now it's being used to scam someone. You see, it's literally a lady. This is a legit page, actually. But what happened? You see, these people will try to organize a link for you to click this. Congratulations. Nanalo ka raw. Ngayon, pag clinic ko ito, saan ako pupunta? Deployment unavailable. Now, we'll look for more. This is an actual analysis. Okay, wala. Wait lang. Let me just put this one. Nahirapan ako i-click. Okay, I think kanina nag-try ako ito ata. Wala na. Okay, probably this is, okay, actually kanina nakuha ko na yan eh. Give me a minute, Okay. Ayan. Okay. You see? Dangerous site. Please proceed. Don't, sasabihin niya, sorry, no, not proceed. Sasabihin niya agad phishing. Now, the thing is, this is a website claiming free subscription, okay? But I have something here na, give me a minute, Gusto ko talaga pakita paano ba nila usually nakukuha yung mga information nyo. Tingnan natin. Okay, nawala na. Ito 2 hours ago, nawala na. Ganun kabilis minsan yan. Nagre-redirect sila palagi. See? It's gone already. It's no more. Let's see, Hopefully ito nandito pa. Kasi gusto ko talaga pakita sa inyo ano ba yung actual face. Ito. Good. Okay. Nakikita niyo yan? For example, deads na kasi yung mga link. Pero usually kanina gumagana pa yan eh. Deployment na available na. Gusto ko talaga pakita yung paano ba gumagana tong pag-fish nila sa inyo. Okay. Anyway, ito yan. One common here is this. Nakikita niyan, account restriction service. Your page will be deactivated soon. If you click continue, guys, please be aware that this is an actual page of a phishing link. Okay? They will ask you to get some information from your PC going into details para makuha yung mga cookie session nyo. guys, meron ako Facebook, YouTube video regarding Facebook session. Even naka 2FA ka, pwede nila makuha yung session mo use it sa Facebook, which is ito yon. But for you guys to learn, ito yung mga ways nila para kunin yan. So, once you paste this one and you click submit, it will literally go one of the servers probably, because ito I told you they level up. Why? It's not only one server. They're utilizing clouds. They're using different domains. You cannot pinpoint which is the one having being targeted with. Okay? So guys, ito yan. So be very careful. If meron nag-ask sa inyong kunin yung mga information na to, be careful. Huwag nyo basta-basta ibibigay. Once you have this one given to them, mahirap na yan. Immediately, they will take over your account. Then you will see on your Facebook na, oh, someone unusual activity from probably Samar. Commonly yan. Ganyan yan. Yan yung mga nakikita nyo. So alam nyo rin yung mga common na mga ini-install nyo sa mga, lalo na yung mga Chrome extensions nyo. Ay, pugad din yan ng mga ganyan na mga nagrarun ng mga invincible script sa likod. Especially yung mga PC natin, it has a privileged access. When I say privileged access, you can directly install. It doesn't even ask for an admin or admin account. So you really need to be careful, guys. Okay, moving on is the authority. Oh, ito yan. Okay, ito, saktong-sakto. When I say authority, siyempre nakita mo, Facebook yung nag-send sa'yo ng link. So, hindi mo na tinignan yan, ha? Given na hindi mo na tinignan, hindi ka techie. So, ay, si Facebook eh. Sige, I follow. It sounds ridiculous, but I'll tell you something. People will fall with this kind of approaches. So, guys, I really need you to be aware and be vigilant. Lalo na ito, maghihingi ng ganyan. No, please be careful, guys. So, you need your account to be secured all the time. Huwag ka basta-basta magsisend ng information sa mga ibang tao. Okay? Next is trust. Ito, common to sa mga office, lalo na yung mga colleagues natin sa professional world. As a cybersecurity engineer, ang minsan ginagawa namin dito is we will send out a phishing training. So titingnan natin kung sino yung mga magiging biktima ng phishing. Okay? So we will try our best to replicate an authentic Microsoft authentication email. Something like this. Pero sasabihin nga, please contact QR code below using smartphone. Okay, here's the thing. Ang mga phone sa company, ito, usually nakalog in yan with your actual work phone. Meaning, you're authenticated with the Google, Microsoft Authenticator, probably different authentication as well. Meaning, it's already inside. You can use it anytime. The problem is that when you scan a specific QR code, you're giving them an access, a free access already. So you really need to be careful, guys. If you're not unsure of a certain email, what you can do is report inside the email. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Ito, sextortion na sample dito. I think, where is it? Something somewhere here. First in action. Okay. Okay. Hindi ko, lumalakas itong Outlook na ginamit ko. Pero usually mga ganitong email, pag nakikita nyo, may mga 3 dots dito, then it will show report as phishing, report as junk. So what I suggest is you need to report it as phishing. Why? Any mail servers are equipped to determine certain email patterns that will help to deter, or meaning it will build up a domain that, oh, I need to block this email. Because you know, pag in-report mo lang yan ng junk, what will happen is, i-junk mo lang, meaning it's my own rules. Okay, but pero pag ni-report mo yan as phishing, you're training your mail servers, oh, this is a phishing link. Okay, please block any incoming emails coming from this certain domain, something like that. Okay, so next move na tayo sa building a human firewall, a multi-layered defense. So, paano ba natin maiiwasan yung mga ganito? Okay. I think you're getting the whole idea here. Okay? Because unang-una, yung psychological behavior pa lang na diniscuss natin kanina, I think it's a wake-up call also to all of us na you just don't anyhow trust anyone, especially lalo na ngayon sa online world. Ang daming manluloko talaga. So, for us to have a better cybersecurity culture, ang pwede natin gawin dyan is to promote safe habits, digital awareness, and shared responsibility among the team. Tandaan natin, security is not only the technical areas responsibility. It's everyone. You see, there's a change already with the culture. Why? Last time, when I was working on my previous company, cybersecurity is only for the IT guys or cybersecurity engineers. Now it's for everyone. How? It's the good digital practices. Okay? So meaning they train the people, they train this kind of approach na, oh, you take training for all the people, you do a phishing campaign, let's see how many will be a victim, and then once all those information has been laid out, then the engineering team or the cybersecurity team will do its own process to mitigate or mabawasan man lang yung mga nagiging biktima. So ito nga, common is strong password, frequent updates. Guys, lalo na yung mga may PC dyan, alam ko, asar na asar kayo sa mga update ng PC nyo, di ba? Pero alam nyo ba na yan ang one way to backdoor from the attackers? That's why it's very critical for almost of the users to patch your servers and even your PC. Kaya kayo wag niyong ito-turn off yung mga update nyo sa Windows nyo. Ay, ayoko mag-update. Baka hindi nyo alam. Kinabukasan, wala nang laman yung mga bangko nyo or na-hack na yung account niyo. So you'll never know. Kailan nyo gagawin? Pag naging biktima kayo, I highly suggest do it while you still have time. Okay? Now, threat identification. Okay, limit access. Okay, mostly this is on the IT side. Okay, limit access only what users need. Okay, watch users activity closely. Meaning, itong mga access, for example, yung mga PC ninyo, lalo na yung sa mga office, sa mga IT sites natin, as much as possible, you privilege account, hindi lang basta-basta pwede mag-message yung, mag-install. Lalo na yung mga mabilis na mag-install, lalo na ngayon yung mga ransomware, madaling maging biktima ng ganyan. Suddenly, mayroon kang, okay, free toolbar to make your PC quick or fast. Then you install yung mga IT nyo na nabigyan ka ng admin privileges. Then all of a sudden, meron ka ng ransomware sa PC mo. Okay? Now, ang next step natin is, ito, may game tayo. Let's see how you will learn this, kung ano ba yung mga nakuha nyo sa topic natin. Okay? So, meron tayong phishing challenge, password strength, 2FA, public Wi-Fi risk. So, everything here is a game for cybersecurity. Okay, first is yung phishing challenge natin. Okay, so sabi niya, we detected unusual sign-in attempt from your account on a new location. Please click here to identify and secure your account immediately. Okay, then may link ka. Hindi ka nag-check. So, eto, HTTP lang. Hindi mo chinek na, hindi pala Microsoft to. Siya, pag clinic kong phishing to, ano mangyayari? Sasabihin niya is, tama. Kasi, unang-una, hindi siya secured at yung Microsoft wrong spelling. Next is, dear customer, your monthly statement is now available. Please log in to secure portal to view it. Thank you for banking with us. Sounds legit, tama? Wala siya pinaklik na any link. Okay? So, legitimate. See, correct. This is the legitimate email coming from, okay, someone asking for the game, huh? Then let me share it with you guys. Okay, sinend ko na yung link. Okay, you can play it, guys. So I'll be making sure that this link will be up for a day for you to play with. Okay. Next email. We are unable to deliver your package. There's an outstanding shipping fee. Sabi niya, ito na naman. So ito na naman, mali yung spelling. Pero pag clinic kong legitimate, sasabihin niya, mali. Incorrect, sabi niya. Classic phishing scam yan. Sasabihin niya, urgency as payment via non-Amazon URL. Okay? Next is, let's see. Okay, social engineering. Okay, sabi niya, naka-receive ka daw ng phone call. This is John from bank. We have detected suspicious activity on your account. I need you to verify, to identify, to lock it down. Can you please confirm your, sabi niya, confirm your full name and date of birth. Ano sasabihin mo rito? Sasabihin natin to? Let's see. Tama. Okay, you dodge a social engineering trick. Imagine a con artist trying to sweet talk. Halos ng mga marunong sa social engineering, they know how to persuade people. They know how to manipulate people. Okay? So, complete challenge natin yan. Next is phishing. Ito. Sino mahilig mag-access ng mga public wifi? Nasa SM ka man, nasa airport ka man, sino? Taas ng kamay. Marami dyan, for sure. They're trying, as long they see free, they will connect. Okay, now, okay. Laro muna tayo ha, pakita ko sa inyo. You're at a coffee shop. Which activity is the safest for public? I-check mo yung bank account mo. I-read mo yung major site. Like a major site. That's it. Or lalagin mo yung work email mo. Siyempre, ito lang. Reading the news on major site. Okay, tama, di ba yan? Pero, gusto ko tignan yung bangko ko eh. Mali. Mali yan, hindi yan. Why? Ito, bibigyan ko kayo ng recently lang to Malaysian Wi-Fi scam. Ito bago lang to. See? Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi to. Loses money and misses flight. The problem is, no thanks. Hindi lang siya naging biktima. Marami silang naging biktima. So, credit card alerts, ito ang nangyari, within minutes connecting, see how they fast, how fast they work. His phone started going crazy. Credit card alerts saying someone was shopping in Singapore, someone buying expensive bags, sana all, di ba? His PayPal sending verification codes non-stop. Ayan. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Ayan, the scam was bigger than just him. Marami yan. So, what's the best way? You need to approach an official from probably sa airport, yung mga nagra-round dyan, ask nyo, ano ba talaga dito yung Wi-Fi? You just don't anyhow access to something that you're not very familiar with. Okay? See, ito, napakasimple lang. They give free Wi-Fi airport guests and suddenly when you log into apps, bank details, everything has been recorded. Okay? Now, how about this? Okay, software updates. Ito naman. Ito yung kanina dinidiscuss ko. Sabi nyo kanina, di ba, bakit importante yung mga security updates natin? Unang-una is, it's very important. Why? It helps you to build a secure system within your own assets or yung PC nyo. Okay? What will happen if for some, okay, I'm not sure if you're very familiar with this one. CVE, the mga common vulnerabilities and exposure. Ano ba yung mga yan? Probably nakikita niyo, nakikita niyo ako nagpo-post, ano itong CVE na to. So itong mga CVE na to, one way to, mga nagbabackdoor dyan yung mga tao na they trying to access your server. Lalo na yung mga server na hindi open yung ports. Alam niyo yung mga open yung public IP nyo, yung mga server nyo, they can just literally do a backdoor attack with your servers. They will just try to sneak inside. Okay, so it's very important na mag-patch kayo. Okay, next. Flashy toolbar. Mag-install ka daw, meron ka daw libreng papapabilis ng browser. Of course, ignoring close. Browser update. Ayan, version, okay. Kala nyo rin yung mga outdated browser nyo, ay gusto ko itong outdated kasi nagagawa ko yung gusto kong gawin. Pero hindi nyo alam, anything that is way back the previous patches, well, it will be a very big problem nito. Kasi unang-una, alam niyo yung mga zero-day vulnerability ng Google Chrome. Yung mga yan, minsan nagli-leak na information yan. Ang natatandaan ko noon dati, merong Google Chrome version na please update immediately the version Y. Because anything that is stored in your password, kung mahilig kayo mag-store ng password sa browser nyo, it can be leaked immediately. Okay? So, patch natin yan. Free PC cleaner. Oy, mabagay na daw yung PC mo. Gusto ko ng ganito. So, update and install. Next, video player codec. Okay, ito isa pa. Trick yan. Incorrect daw. Bakit? Sketchy software is often contains malware. Okay, guys. Shinare ko na tong link sa chat. So, hopefully, you can play it for a day. And hopefully, I can help you guys. Okay, you can play. For example, ito, ano ba to? HTTP. Okay, next. So, use it while it's still up. Okay? Now, let's go back. Okay. I'll be ending the topic now. Hopefully, everything is clear to you guys. And lalo na ngayon, yung mga goals natin is na-achieve ko naman. Hopefully, nag-enjoy kayo sa topic natin. Okay, so sabi ko nga, when trained and empowered, your people are not the weakest link. They are your strongest defense. Okay? So, ikaw mismo ang magiging depensa, lalo na ngayon, everyone is holding their phones. Anytime, it can happen. So, if meron man kayo makita, lalo na yung mga uso ngayon, I think the Jollibee reward is still going around. Sometimes it can show up like Jollibee, 7-Eleven, meron pa nga Land Bank eh. So, mag-ingat kayo guys, lalo na sabi niya, you won a reward. So, pag nakita nyo agad yung reward na term, mag-ingat na kayo dyan. Hindi naman basta-basta magbibigay ng libreng manok si Jollibee, tama, o 7-Eleven. Eh, baka sa kaka-click nyo ng ganyan, magkaroon kayo ng problema. Nakita nyo na lang, nagtataka kayo bakit nakaka-receive kayo ng mga SMS messages as someone calling you out of nowhere. Tama? So doon pa lang, nakikita nyo na yung connection. You should be very careful with your information. You don't want your information or your identity be stolen. Tama? So, guys, stay safe and be always vigilant. So, wag magpataranta. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, thank you so much po, Sir Adrian. So, grabe mga ka-Pix Pro na sobrang insightful ng mga examples and tips na ibinahagi ni Sir Adrian. So, sa maiksing time na discuss si Sir Adrian, sobrang dami pa rin nating natutunan. So, ang hirap pala, no? Kasi everyone is parang engaged sa social media or sa mga online activities na ngayon. So, ang hirap ng pigilan ng mga nagte-take advantage doon, like yung mga phishing attacks and yung mga scams and whatsoever. So, a lot of us have encountered different types of mga phishing attacks or yung mga muntik nang na-scam or nakuha yung mga identities natin and whatsoever. Ngayon ko lang din nalaman na ano pala, no? So, pwede palang ma-stole yung account natin or ma-steal yung account natin tapos for it to be sold to the black market or to be used. So, ang hirap kasi what if magkaroon ng case tapos yung palang identity natin yung nagamit. So, nananahimik ka lang, nagtatrabaho ng maayos, then dahil lang sa isang pagkakamali, nag-click ka ng maling link, nabigay mo yung mga information mo, or sabihin natin na nahook ka sa isang free na offers, mga ganyan, biglang magkakamali ka na magagamit na identity mo, or masascam ka na, mawawalan ka na ng pera sa accounts, mga ganyan. So, it's very dangerous. That's why it is really important to be vigilant and to stay safe, of course, pagdating sa mga accounts natin. And wag basta click ng click, okay? So, kung dati phishing lang ang iniisip natin, so ngayon alam na natin na mas marami pang mga advanced na paraan ang mga attackers para malinlang tayo. Okay? So, now po, let's take this time to hear from our viewers. So, kanina po, Sir Adrian, habang nagdi-discuss kayo, may mga comments na po, may mga questions na ang ating mga viewers sa Facebook Live. So, isa po dito ay si Mr. Michael Bontoyan. Actually, Mr. Bontoyan was one of our graduates here in Ascot, the SIT. So his first question is, in real life, it's hard to immediately tell if someone is already using social engineering to get information from us. So, what do you think daw po, sir? Or how can we quickly identify that social engineering is being used on us? And how can we avoid it, especially if we are public servants?
Okay.
So, please let me know, sir, if you would like me to repeat the question.
So, actually, nabasa ko nga kanina yan nung nagpe-present. Hindi ko lang nabasa ng buo. Pero actually, it's a good question, really. Lalo na sa mga public servants natin. Alam ko you're receiving a lot, for example, bidding. How can you identify is trying to, okay, first and foremost, ito kasi yan usually. The attackers will analyze first how you work. Meaning, saan ka ba nagtatrabaho? As a finance, as a something certain work. For example, I'm working on a finance. So, they will try to leverage what kind of attack vectors I should use. I will use an email approach, meaning, okay, here's the bidding that you have sent, or here's the invoice that I have attached for your reference. Please check. You don't know na yung link pala na sinend sa'yo is what? Is already malicious. Now, the question is, how can you identify if it is safe or not? Okay? So, I know, I'm not sure kung paano yung mga public servants natin nakakuha ng mga ganito style. Pero mostly, sabi ko sa'yo, pag sa government, I told you, meron tayong mga tinatawag na mga state-sponsored actors. Those guys are know how to play, how to bypass everyone. Okay, you really need to be careful. So mga ganitong approach, if you have someone from your security team or ikaw mismo, play your part. What you can do, you can literally go to VirusTotal or I'm not sure because we don't have time. I created an account, a cloud-based, which is the FishGuard AI, which is analyzes real-time links and also SMS message kung phishing ba to hindi. But most probably, the best way is to get in touch with someone else. You just don't click it. Or the best way, if you're in the public servant, please invest to a XDR or EDR or the endpoint detection response. So it will immediately detect. Ma'am, I'm not sure if we still have time. I can quickly show something here.
Yeah, meron pa.
Wait,
Okay lang.
Wait, give me a 5. Ito talagang actual thing to that can be used by anyone. But mostly, I suggest it to be used or invested in a company. Okay. Give me a minute, okay?
Okay, while waiting for Mr. Adrian. Hi, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair is here on the live stream. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair.
Hello po, good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Isa po sa mga gusto kong batiin na nakita rin namin sa Facebook Live kanina. So aside from the people here from Aurora, there are also viewers from Qatar, from Misamis Oriental, and from Leyte na nakita namin. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. We hope na marami po kayong natututunan sa session po natin ngayon. Maraming salamat po.
Okay. I'm not sure if you see the link already. Nakita niyo na, ma'am?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Ito yung mga example na tinanay ko. So nag-install, ito commonly ngayon, dati mga antivirus tayo, di ba? Ngayon, if you have budget within your company, because this one will cost, it's really expensive, but it really helps people, lalo na yung mga non-technical talaga. It doesn't 100% stop, but it reduces the amount of attacks or it helps before it happens the problem. Okay, siya, alam niyo yung pinagkiklik ko kanina, tama? Yung phishing, sabi niya. Ayan, nadedetect niya na agad. Okay, see? sasabihin niya, oh, phishing link yan. You see, yung kaninang alert na nakita nyo, galing dito mismo sa device, meaning sa Bitdefender. So nag-install ako nito, meaning ini-install to sa end device, then sa cloud, i-access nyo, which is ito. Then immediately it will use the threat intelligence of Bitdefender to stop the attackers. You see how helpful is this? So if you're not very sure, you can use this kind of approach, lalo na sa mga government natin, if they have something to like allocated budget for cybersecurity. This is one of the ways to really stop. Why? I really want to help the Philippines right now in cybersecurity field that we need to step up our game. Antivirus is already a Jurassic already. They all already like moving so fast that one of the best ways is using this kind of dashboard, like end detection response or the XDR approach. So immediately it can detect, it will stop users. So even nag-click ka, magti-trigger agad yan sa mga admin. O si user nag-click ng phishing link, puntahan nyo agad. Kung nag-key in siya na password, see may playbook na agad sila. Please ask them to reset your password or ikaw mismo mag-change ka na password, meaning yung admin. So hopefully, ito yung mga the best ways talaga. You really need, kung meron kang ganitong tools, it will really be helpful. Pero kung ikaw mismo, regarding sa tanong, I rather suggest to seek someone else or meaning have a discussion kung totoo ba to o hindi. Sometimes probing can really answer the questions really, lalo na rational thinking. Alam ko mga cybersecurity natin, alam ko best of the best talaga mga Pinoy. Okay, so hopefully this one is very helpful sharing on this one.
Wow, thank you, Sir Adrian. Probably we will be using this also here in the academy. Yes. Okay, so let's move on. So let's have one questions from our viewers. He said this is from Ritz Feliciano. So meron bang playbook repository na website or community to take action during the security incidents? Meron ba tayo even Sir Primo? 'Di ba meron tayong mga ano nito sila?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Do you have any idea with this, Mr. Adrian daw po? Questions?
Okay. Regarding about sa mga playbook or repository na to, may hirap yan eh. Kalat-kalat yan usually eh. Minsan vendor specific, minsan nandito sa VMware. So ikaw na end user or IT, ang hirap ng approach na nga, paano ko gagawin yan? So ngayon wala. Okay, but ito sasabihin ko sa inyo. Alam niyo yung mga XDR kanina? You're paying for that one. Meaning, it has its own playbook. It will do its own thing. You see, yung trabaho na dapat na manual is automatically mitigated. So kasi sa office namin, ginagamit namin is Microsoft Sentinel. So yung Microsoft Sentinel is from Microsoft. What it does is, it was, okay, I'll give you an example. Alam niyo yung RV tools for VMware? Suddenly, na-detect niya yung isang user na gumagamit nito. Then it immediately, it disabled the end device immediately. So meaning to say, if you have something, tools to help out, it's much better. But for the playbook repository, medyo mahirap yan. Medyo kalat siya. But I can take consideration to do that one. Because I can create a cloud portal similar to the game, which I can share to you guys if really helpful. Probably bigay ko na kay Sir Sherwin.
All right. So, as much as we want to entertain more questions po, ano sir, and to hear your insights about these questions. So super limited lang po ng time natin. That's why we have one last question here. Actually, it's from our office mates or co-faculty member. Who's also listening with us. So you mentioned that about fake endorsements. So I keep seeing videos of celebrities promoting investments. So they look so real. So what is the easiest way to check if those videos are fake from believing them or before believing them?
Ay, very good question. Usong-uso yan. They're leveraging AI now, correct? The thing is, I'm okay. mahirap i-identify yan. Pero most commonly sa mga AI videos, kaso ang problema kasi ang mga common people, for example, yung mga normal users natin, their eyes are not trained enough to identify what is fake or not. Kasi pag ako, for example, nakita ko na AI video, okay, immediately I know it's AI. Why? It is too smooth, as if the frame rate is seamless. You see all those AI videos, frame rates for common capturing video cameras is around 24 frame rates per second. But usually AI videos, I think more than that, is very smooth. So makikita nyo din yung, lalo na yung mga gumagamit ng deepfake. But some deepfakes are being used to like really deceive people. But for that one, I mean, for Hira, right now, I don't think na the best way talaga is don't just trust that is you're seeing everyone. Lalo na yung mga too good to be true na mga return of investment. I mean, come on guys, wala naman magbibigay ng 500% agad sa kita mo. Kahit nga bangko, hindi magbibigay ng
True.
kita mo.
Can I have one question, please?
Yes.
Regarding artificial intelligence doing cybersecurity for the office, how widespread is it in Singapore right now?
For now, most of the guys using sa Singapore, what I can say is it's being implemented already. Like what I can say, mostly na nakikita ko sa mga empleyado dito, IT, they're investing around like, I can say 70%. Most of them are why? Bakit sila ganon? Because it's a mandate from the government. The government is saying na, I mean, they're very aware. Kaya nga gusto ko to mangyari sa Pilipinas talaga eh. They're very proactive na hindi nila hahayaan na may mangyaring mas malala. Kasi once yan, nakapasok na sa bansa, mahirap na lumabas. So for them, they even offering lahat AI tools powered by. So mostly ganyan yan. Sa Singapore, like us, bago pa mag-start, for some, I'm not sure sa Philippines if ginagamit na. Pero sa Singapore, sa company namin, gumagamit na kami nito 2 years ago. You see, 2 years ago. So if the Philippines haven't started yet, so how many companies has been already compromised?
But how will this compromise our cybersecurity professionals?
Okay.
Their career, I mean.
Okay, I think when it comes to, okay, I get, because siyempre pwede makuha yung trabaho mo, tama? Yun ba yung Yep, okay. I'm also thinking of that one when I'm using this thing. Okay? Hala, baka mawala na ako ng trabaho dito ah. Sabi ko, pero hindi siya actually. Kasi ganito yan. Yung mga dashboard, yung kanina pinakita ko, it will trigger an alert. Then, it will stop the action, correct? Pero may mga matitira pa ring preventive measures. Doon napapasok yung operation ng company. For example, bigyan kita ng example talaga. So may na-detect kami nag-click na phishing link. Okay, ini-stop niya yung link. Ngayon, sasabihin namin as a security operation center na, sa amin side is, may clinic ka bang password? Mayroon ka bang kiniin na password? So, sa AI side, hindi nila magawa yon. Kasi nga, syempre, yung account natin probably connected to a domain controller inside the server na walang access yung mga AI. So, yan, manually sa atin na yan. So, meaning, you are the one doing it already. So, pero hindi niya totally makukuha yung work kasi sa akin, well, awa na nandito pa
the ako. Collaboration between AI and the cybersecurity professionals would enhance further the robust system to prevent any attacks, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah, so ang nagiging practice sa private companies before when I was working in a corporate IT company, they usually send this kind of alerts or threats. And then if you click the certain link, and then you will go to the link for the seminar. So pagka na-click mo yung threat na yon, and then you will need to consume, let's say, 3 days of seminar about cybersecurity. My God, so that will be their training.
Mas malala yung iba rito, may naririnig ako, nag-click lang ng link, they will give them a memo.
Yeah,
Yes,
'di
hindi ako
ba? So,
nagbibiro.
yeah.
Napaka-harsh, diba? Kaya minsan, kahit yung mga totoong email, ayaw na nila paniwalaan. Well, it's good. Pero, ewan ko, nagiging paranoid na minsan.
Nakakatakot talaga since we do handle our data and information of our clients since offshore. So yun
Ayan,
usually nagiging
critical yan.
practice. Yeah, that is very important. And it's good that last time we do finish our cybersecurity awareness here in Aurora within the schools. And nakakatuwa kasi yun, nakakapag ano kami gamit yung ating organization. It's good na nag-start tayo sa mga community which is they are the one who's prone with this kind of scams, yan, mga threats, sila yung talagang nagiging victim. So, yun. It's good, yeah. Ma'am Carla.
Yes po. Thank you so much, Sir Adrian, for giving us your time or finding time to share your expertise with us po. So we would like to take this time to award the certificate of appreciation to our speaker for today. Uh, all right, so let's just wait for the certificate to be presented. All right. So allow me to read the citation for this certificate. So certificate of appreciation is presented to Mr. Adrian Tiamson for gracing the Kwentuhang Cybersecurity. So the art of deception beyond phishing as its research speaker on August 15, 2025 from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. via Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So signed by Mr. Angel Redoble, Chairman and Founding President of PixPro. So maraming salamat po. We really appreciate your expertise and your time that has been given to us, Sir Adrian.
Yes, thank you very much din sa platform niyo. Hopefully, marami akong na-reach out ng mga tao, lalo na sa mga cybersecurity topics natin.
Yes, sir. And we are also looking forward na sa mga susunod pa po na mga sessions ay maging guest speaker po namin kayo ulit dahil we think na marami pa kayong share na experiences and expertise with us. So, maraming salamat po ulit. Ma'am Tel?
Again, maraming salamat po, Sir Adrian Chamson, for sharing your time, knowledge, and expertise with us today. Grabe po, as in grabe. Sobrang informative ng insights mo about cyber deception. From the latest scams to the new tricks online. Talaga naman pong eye-opening ito at sure na napakaraming natutunan po ng ating mga viewers and listeners. Thank you very much po ulit, Sir Adrian. And of course, to ED Sir Primo, thank you very much din po. And of course, to all our
Thank you.
viewers na nakasama at nag-share ng kanilang experiences. Thank you din. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and follow PixPro para updated po kayo sa ating mga susunod pang KC sessions.
Thank you.
Thank you po. And this has been Kwentuhang Cybersecurity. See you again next Friday. Stay safe, stay cyber aware, stay cyber educated, and cyber secured. And always remember,
Happy lang. Walang weekend.
Walang weekend.
Okay, bye mga
Eh.
ka-Pix
Bye.
Pro.
Bye.
Thank you.
so
Bye.
Thank you so
much.
Sir
much.
Adrian, thank you.
Salamat po.